Hello and welcome to another episode of Social Media Arts 101 from 2Ks Limited. Now, when it comes to creating content, the right content for your ad can skyrocket your business growth, while the wrong one will drain your budget. Now, when it comes to creating content, a good content for your ad can skyrocket your business growth, while the wrong content can just drain your business budget. So what do you think about that?
Absolutely. People fail to understand that content is an integral part of social media ads, because content is actually the information that is being moved out to the audience out there. Like, and when you have a messed up content, trust me, the outcome is messed up. Yeah, so content cannot be over exaggerated.
So what kind of content is preferable for running ads?
Different social media has different kinds of content that are favorable in their algorithm, right? So what are the different kinds of content? We have the video content, right? We have the pictures, that's graphic content, and we have the text, that is the written content, right? There are several platforms that support several forms of content, right? So for example, now Twitter supports majorly written content, right? YouTube supports majorly video content, like TikTok video content. Facebook supports the three of them. Right, but recently now Facebook, the algorithm is designed to favor more on videos, right, and pictures. Right, Instagram is majorly pictures and minorly videos. No, Instagram is majorly videos and minorly pictures. Right, so let's use Facebook as a case study. Now, video content captures the emotions of persons. What do I mean by that? Now, the music, the motion graphics, and every other instrument constructed towards creating a video moves people's emotion. That's why you get to see most videos you watch online and you're feeling excited, or you watch a video and you're feeling a bit sad, or you watch a video and you're feeling a bit motivated. Those are all your emotions that are playing on the tricks on you, right? So people have understood this and they are taking advantage of video content. So usually we advise, right, that it's preferably you promote video content. Graphics are oversaturated, right? Like graphics are everywhere. And so when you see graphics online, you just send like one other boring post and all that stuff. Except you can have a captivating hook in your graphic that gets people's attention, right? By text is no. This generation now to barely read text. Like out of 100, you might find maybe 2 or 3 that would read a lengthy text.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So video content is most preferably when running ads.
So, what do you consider when creating this content?
What I consider, there are various things to consider, but to mention some now is the main purpose. The purpose of everything is important, because if you miss out the purpose, every single thing you're doing there is a waste, right?
Yes.
So we need to understand now, what was the purpose of this video, right? Is this video to generate sale, or is this content to generate awareness, or is this content to educate, right? Because it doesn't make sense that a content that was designed for education is being created towards promotion of sales. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, people are like, what's that? Right? So when you understand the purpose of every content you're creating, it guides you now to know whether you're creating the content for sales, promotion, awareness, education, and what have you. Right? When you've gotten that, now the next thing you consider now is the quality of the visual. Right? The quality of the visual is very important aspect in creating your video content, because the poor visual leads to little or no engagement. Right? Because people are moved more by the quality of content that they see online rather than the. Take for example, if I bring an iPhone now, let's say I bring an iPhone 12 or iPhone 13, right? 2 iPhone 13. Now I use another iPhone to snap one, and use the second let me say I pick up an Android phone, maybe normally basic Android phone, and snap the second one and I post it online. 2 iPhone 13, snap the 2 online. If I put the price, say I put this one 500,000, I put the other one 500,000, everybody would definitely want to go for the one with the better quality, not as much as it might be the same phone though. Like, people might want to go to the better quality, and it will shock you that even if I put this one at 550 and I leave the one snapped with an Android phone at 500, people will tend to that 550 on as the original one and this one as the fake one. And this is the power of the bad content, bad visual, right? So visual is really important. Another thing you also consider is the audio, right? Your sound needs to be top notch, right? Because this is what people are hearing, right? Now, another thing people overlook is the duration of every content that you're creating, right? There's a certain amount of let me take that again. The human being has an attention lifespan of about 15 seconds on average, right? So at every point in time, you take note of this when creating content, that the human being average span of attention is 15 seconds, right? So when you don't want to create the content and you think that you want to not tell the whole story behind how whatever product or services came about, and you think that 10 minutes won't be enough, my brother, you are going to watch that video yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, people can just watch it for like 30 seconds and they're off, right? So you know that the duration needs to be concise, right? If you're looking at maybe a minute 30 seconds or 2 minutes video, that's it on sales. If it's on education, we look at maybe 5, 7, 10 maximum and all that, right? So having understanding of the duration, right, is also an important thing you need to take note of, right? And these are like the major things that you take note. Then the other one now is the information, right? The content itself, whatever you're creating, right? So if you have this in check, then I'm sure you're good.
Okay, thank you very much. My next question now is, what is the best way for your content to grab attention in the first 3 seconds?
Okay, that's simple. Just create a hook. When I say hook now, I don't know if you've noticed most of these skit makers now, right? Where before they show you their video, they will bring an intriguing part in their video. They bring it as the first thing you get to see, right? Where they play it for you, and when it's getting to the interesting part, they will not tell you how it started. You get? So at that point in time now, you're glued to it and you have to watch till the end to know how it ended. You get? So a hook is one of the ways to capture the attention of persons, right? You can create up with a hook. Did you know, or have you heard? I bet you don't know. Like there are several hooks that you can create out there to get the attentions of persons, right? Because the idea of every content is to get the attention, right? So when you have the attention and they go through whatever, if they are interested in whatever thing you're selling, then they reach out to you, right? So that first 3 seconds is really important. So it's advisable you use a hook that can get the attention, right? And how do you create hook now? You can leverage on either their fears or what they stand to gain, or something that you just know is intriguing to people out there, right?
What excites them?
Yeah, what excites them, right? So if you can leverage on this thing, you can create a very suitable hook that can get your ideal audience.
So, what are some of the mistakes that people make when developing a content for their ad that affects its outcome?
I think one of the challenges in this part of the country is mediocrity. People are comfortable settling for less, right? So people just do content for the essence of doing content, right? Nobody talks about excellence in whatever content they create. Perfection, like striving towards perfection. There are very little or no persons actually concentrate on that, and they blame a whole lot of other things, other factors beyond their control as the reason, right? But if there's a level of intentionality you put in when you're creating content, right, to give you the expected result that you're looking at, right? So that intentionality is the mistake that a lot of persons make, right? That they can just shoot a video in a bad background, maybe they don't even get a mic or something like that. They just want to shoot the video, let it not be like they have not shot, they're not active, right? But mind you, it's branding, right? You're branding yourself. What kind of business are you branding yourself at? Business that produce bad content, right? So this is one of the mistakes. Another mistake people make is just trying to pass on every information they can in one video, in one content, right? Not forgetting the fact that the idea of this content is to get people's interest. Even if you cannot get their interest, then get them wanting to know more, right? You don't necessarily need to give them all the information they need to know. Like, get their attention first, then let them reach out to you. Then when they reach out to you, then you can now bore them with as much information as possible, right? But for the sake of that video, try to be concise, right? Then make sure you have a very good quality. Then make sure your information is on point, right? Another problem people do is repetition, avoid repetition. It's not necessary, right? Avoid repetition. Get concise, get straight to the point, and you're good. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So, like you said, don't spill the whole tea at once. Just cut your videos in 30 seconds, 1 minute, so that you get engagement in the long run.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, that is why we have this series now, right? Where we don't just come and spoil 1 hour video for you to watch and all that. People get bored of that easily now, right?
True.
So we break it down for you to follow us and all that.
Okay, now, so this is the last question, and I've been curious about this. I know you are too. So what's more important in social media ads? Great visuals or detailed targeting?
That's a very funny question, right? Because it's almost like asking a child going to school now that which course is more important for you to learn, English or math?
Okay.
You need both of them, and both of them are really important, right? But where you will not talk about the differences, okay, when he's not going to do art, let's say, okay, math is not that important, but English is important, right? So depending on the kind of content they are creating and what the intent for it, right? But both of them are important. Great visuals are important because it's that visual that you use for your ad, right? Yeah. But when you not create a great visual and you not target the wrong audience, that is still sending a beautiful product to people who cannot afford it or people who are not interested in it. Right? So at the end of the day, it still gives you a zero outcome.
Sure.
You get so both parts are really important for social media.
And now we have come to the end of the show for today. I'm sure you have questions, and the comment section is open for all your questions, and I'm available to answer each and every one of them. And on our next episode, we'll be talking about how to generate leads from your ads. Interesting, right? I'm sure we'll see you next time.